What's cracking, guys? It's me, Tom Satori, back again with another graphic design video. And I've actually been doing a lot of thinking, and as you know, I've been a graphic designer for around 15 years now. And I think that graphic design is set to change quite drastically in the next 5 to 10 years. And there are actually 2 or maybe 3 main sectors of graphic design that are set to burst and emerge into this industry. I've done some research on this topic, and today's video is all about what I found. Now, it's great being able to show people how a design looks, but even more impressive if they can actually experience it too, and this leads to them understanding how it's going to behave. And so learn more about Framer later in today's video and how to show off your designs. The 1980s saw a vast growth in technology. Computers made their entrance into the theatre of design, and they were greeted with a standing ovation by everybody. Before a designer had access to computing devices, design was a handcrafted skill conducted with precision and care, and that's a pretty foreign concept to most of us in this day and age. There are 2 areas that are emerging within the graphic design world, and there is a high probability that they're going to become the most important aspects of design itself. I'm no fortune teller or even an obscure psychic, but I can see the telltale signs. So the first main aspect of design that is going to become more and more apparent in this industry is actually 3D design. But why exactly is that going to be the case, and why am I talking to you guys about it today? Why is it so important? In wars, the winners were often the ones who had access to the better technology, the faster planes, the more powerful weapons, and the tools for destruction that were once inconceivable. Designers do not destruct, we create. However, to a similar fashion found in the art of war, we are constantly seeking out the most recent technology and the most powerful tools possible. We want to wow people with our creations and strive to make the most of what we have at our disposal. Now that 3D design software isn't only accessible, and in some cases completely free, anybody can make mind-blowing 3D designs from their bedroom. I've seen on Instagram some totally jaw-dropping 3D designs, and it's something that completely captivates me every single time I see it. And it's something emerging into the consciousness of society and designers alike. 3D design is way beyond the eye candy artwork as seen in social media. It is actually effectively being utilized by major brands right here and right now. Nike make great use of 3D design to market their products, as do other brands as well. And it should be obvious to most that the design world and even society at large is going to be swamped with 3D design, 3D marketing, 3D art, and much more. 3D design allows for something to be created that looks realistic. It has that lighting effects that the eye can relate to appearing in a 3-dimensional space. But the designer can add a sense of surrealism, some kind of style and art that cannot be found in our real-life 3D universe. Car companies use 3D modeling in commercials on a regular basis because it's cheaper, easier, and when a commercial calls for extreme driving, it's safer than having an actual driver model the car's capabilities. So we're talking about in the next 2, 5, maybe 10 years that 3D design is going to be really crucial and fundamental to graphic design. It already is an emerging aspect of design in general, and I think 2D design is still going to be important going into the next 10 years. That is until marketing and the user experience evolves into something that we can't even envision right now. I originally had 3 areas of design I wanted to talk about today, and one of them was animation, and that is going to become more and more dominant in the design world. But to keep today's video as short as possible, let's look at the remaining aspect of design, and that is artificial intelligence. Now, we have looked at AI before on this channel, but today I want to look at things from a more positive perspective. It is easy to see how AI is transforming our landscape, almost as an unstoppable machine force. But think back to how this video started. Graphic designers were once people who had to work with their hands, crafting something physical. Those people had to adapt to machines and to learn how to work with computers to survive in their career. The same is going to apply to us, the new era of designers. There is a truth to be aware of, and that is how robots possess faults. Teaching morality to machines is difficult because humans can't objectively convey morality in a measurable metric that would make a computer easier to process it. A machine only relies on what has been input into its coding, and it's always going to lack that human creative flair. There is also always going to be a market, or at least in the near future, for human-generated design. So essentially, why am I talking to you guys today about, these things that are merging in our space as designers? Why is 3D design, artificial intelligence, and animation so important? Well, simply because it is going to become the future, and I feel that if you want to stay afloat and actually survive in this industry, it's going to be a pretty wise decision to at least have yourself qualified in one of these sectors I'm talking about today. Failure to adapt means you probably are not going to succeed in this industry in the next coming years. That isn't to say that things such as 2D vector work are obsolete or useless. Far from it. Just like myself, I have skills in graphic design, but also in video editing, trading cryptocurrencies, and a few other things. It would be wise for you to have skills elsewhere in the field of design. It does come down to that notion of not placing all of your eggs into one basket. It's just being able to be aware and to accept the change that is coming and has come to graphic design throughout the years. Now, interactive prototyping is the best way to communicate your app and your website designs. The sponsor of today's video, Framer, is a no-code, free-to-use tool making it easy for anyone to become a prototyper. So you can import your existing work and quickly swap out your static elements for pre-built interactive components. This includes things like sliders that actually do slide and inputs that can be filled, as well as buttons that can actually be clicked. Building out a full user flow is super simple as well. You can just link screens, buttons, and menu items, and pretty soon you will have a prototype that clearly communicates your vision to whoever you want to show it to. Now sign up for free or get 20% off any paid plan by visiting framer.com/Satori Graphics. That link is down in the description box below, so do give it a try if you are a web or app developer. So let me know what you think about today's video topic down in the comment section below, and of course guys, if you want to learn something else, do click a video on screen. But until next time, design your future today. Peace.